to episode 1. I have not really thought this through and not real sure what the name of this podcast will be, but by the time this goes up, it'll be up there. But anyway, my name is Ashley, and I decided to start a knitting podcast because why not? Why not? Like, I feel like it's gonna be fun. Something to do, and I have a lot more knitting time, and I just kind of want to share it with you guys. So, a little bit about me. You guys might know me from a couple years ago. I used to have a yarn dyeing business. It was Old Wire Road Fiber Co. And I dyed for, I think it was 3 or 4 years. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But we had some opportunities come up to move to a farm, and I decided that, and I also homeschool. I have 2 boys. I'm married. I have 2 boys, and I homeschool them. And so we were just kind of getting into the nitty gritty of the high school years, and owning my own business was, it took a lot of time. So I decided that it was probably best that I kind of tucked that away. I've had a lot of people ask if I'll get back into it. I don't know. I would like to say that yes, I would, but right now I don't see it in the near future. But it was definitely a creative outlet that I miss quite a bit. I still, if you'll see, I'll show you some of my projects. I very rarely buy yarn, and most of my yarn is still hand dyed because, well, 1, I'm cheap, and I have all of the materials, and I just, I can do it myself. So anyway, yeah, so a little bit about me. I am from Southwest Missouri. I live on a farm with my husband and our 2 boys, and we have we raise a heritage breed of beef cattle, which is they're belted Galloway cows. I have several chickens and critters running around that my husband just loves. I recently got back into Angora rabbits. I have French Angora rabbits that I am excited to get back into spinning their fiber. So I'm a knitter, crocheter. I don't know. I started crocheting. My grandma taught me how to crochet, but I don't know if I would consider myself a crocheter anymore. I just don't care for it so much anymore. I don't even really find, I know there's times where I'm looking for different projects or different things to do, just something different than knitting. I don't even reach for crochet, so I don't know if you'll see a lot of crocheting on this podcast, but I am a spinner, and I'm excited to get back into spinning. So I took quite a bit of time off from knitting and spinning. We had a raw milk dairy that I ran, and that was really fun. I enjoyed it, but after some health issues with me, it's a very difficult, and it's so hard on your body to dairy day in and day out, and so it was getting to be too much for me, and so we sold out last fall, and I have thoroughly enjoyed getting back into all of the projects, and I even have this craft room that used to be my oldest son's room. We have a little apartment off of the garage that he moved into. He's super excited about, but we have this little room, used to be his, that I've turned it into my craft room, and it's now holding all of my things. I like to dabble in a lot of things. I have sewing, and I like to do polymer clay is something I learned how to mess with over the winter, and embroidery, just a bunch of different things. I just like crafting. Oh, painting. I like to paint. So yeah. but mainly this podcast is going to be about knitting. So I guess let's just jump right in. Oh, you can find me on Instagram under Spur Creek Farm, and you can, I do have a Ravelry, but I don't use it as notes or anything. There won't be anything, I'm not active on there. I just go there really to kind of find patterns. Pretty active on Instagram, or you can email me at spurcreekfarm.mo@gmail.com. So yeah, so since this is the first podcast, I didn't really know what to show you guys because you've never seen any of my stuff. So I thought I would just start with some of my most recent finished objects, like within the last 2 or 3 months. So I had one. Let's start with this. So I had a sweater, a cardigan that I was knitting for Easter, and I finished it up. It was the, actually let me find, so I keep all of my notes in this, in my little knitting journal. So, and then I'll put everything in the show notes too, but I was making the Whitmore cardigan by Amy Loudon. It was gorgeous. I was so excited about it. It fit. It was perfect. I blocked it, had it laying in my floor. I have 2 dogs. I have 2 Aussie Doodles, and we have baby gates up everywhere. Thought I shut the baby gate. Pretty sure I did. Pretty sure one of my children opened it up. And the dog ate the sweater. She literally ate all the buttons off and all the yarn around the buttons. Yeah, I've never had that happen before. I was devastated. There were tears. And mainly because I didn't know how to fix it. It has a button band that is knitted at the same time. And so I'm not a master knitter. And I just could not wrap my mind, mainly because I was so upset, but I couldn't wrap my mind around how I was going to fix this. I had no idea, because I knew if I cut the button band off, I'd have live stitches. So I contacted one of my best friends she knows all things knitting. She's awesome. And she's like, oh yeah, I can fix it. No big deal. So the sweater is with her. She is fixing it, and because my solution was to rip it out and knit it again. I would have cried while I did that, but it wasn't. It was a really fun knit. So hopefully next podcast I'll be able to show you that beautiful sweater. Yes, and we did have to make sure the dog evacuated all 12 buttons and yarn, and it took 2 weeks. It was super fun. Super fun. So anyway, so that was my most recent knit. This one I finished just before that. And this is the Wild Horse cardigan. Oh, you can see all my... It's really hard to show on here. But it is... Now, this is by Jess Cam Knits. It has a beautiful shawl collar, the pattern does. And I did that and didn't like it. I just felt like it was so much around my neck. I just wasn't a fan. So I ripped it out, and I just picked up stitches, and I did a 2x2 ribbed collar, and I like it so much better. So this is out of my own hand-dyed yarn in my, I think this is my Chestnut colorway. It's a non-superwash merino worsted. I made it a little bit cropped. Let's see, it's really hot here, so I don't really know if if I can put this on, but it's super cute. I can stand up and show you. Really, really cute. Already have a pick there. That's great. Wonder if the dog got a hold of that. But I just did, you know, I started the buttons here, and then it's kind of got that V, but it's definitely going to be a very warm sweater because of, you know, worsted weight, non-superwash. But it looks really cute over little dresses. So that is finished object number 1. Let's see, I did, what did I do? I used the recommended needle sizes. Yeah. Get it off. It's super, super muggy here. So won't be wearing that, but I'm really happy with it. It's going to be a nice warm sweater to wear in the winter time. So that is project number 1. And then the next project that I did, which I have plans to make so many more of these. I love them. I love them so much. So this is the first one that I made. This is the Brownstone Beanie by Tori Yu. And I made this out of Woolfolk Snow. Love this yarn. I got this yarn. I purchased this yarn in Little Rock. My husband and I went to pick up some cows, and I made him, anytime we go anywhere to like pick up cattle or haul cattle or do different things for the farm, I will Google yarn stores or craft stores or anything around that, and I will make him take me to the yarn store. He loves it so much. But this is, I have worn this hat so much. The yarn is this 2-ply kind of variegated pink and cream. It's so pretty and it's so soft. It is non-superwash. It is 100%, well, I'm not sure. 100% Ovis 21 Ultimate Merino Wool by Woolfolk. And yeah. This one ended up, because it is non-superwash, it did, well, it shouldn't have, but maybe my gauge was a little bit bigger than what I wanted. So I think next time I'm going to go down to a smaller needle size. I did the, I made the medium, and I used the recommended needle size, which I didn't write down what it was, but I think I'll definitely be going down. The one thing about the pattern, and there's so many people that said this on Ravelry. In fact, I do also think she said it in her pattern. But when you're doing your decreases on the left side, I think it's your slip knits. You want to make sure that you cinch it up. You know, you see this side, the decreases is a lot more closed than this side. So I thought I was getting them tight, but clearly I wasn't. So yeah, so that's something to, I mean, I don't mind it once it's on your head. You can't tell, but I love the construction of it. So it's a double brim that you sew down, and then you do some reverse stockinette, or actually you turn it inside out, and you just knit, and then you hold your yarn double and finish it out. So it's very warm, very cozy. I do like my hats a little bit snugger, more snugger, whatever the word is. So yeah, but I love this. So then I made another one out of, this is Chasing Rabbits Fiber Co. I bought this yarn in Amarillo, Texas when we went, I don't know why we were there. But anyway, this is a much, so they're both fingering weight, but this is definitely loftier yarn, and this is just a 4-ply fingering. Colorway is in hazel. It's really, really pretty. It's not my color. I thought this was my color, but it's not. It just does not look great. Here, I can put it on. It's just, yeah. And this one is much, much tighter on. But I love the construction. I love how it kind of pops up here. Yeah, it's very, very cute. Very, very cute. I tried my best to do the holes again and cinch it up. And I just decided that I needed to just loosen up the other side to where it all kind of matched because I wasn't getting it. It's kind of it's an interesting, you know, decrease section. So if you keep that in mind, and then you can definitely, this does help to block on a ball or a balloon or something like that. But really nice. I like them. This one I did, this one I made, this was the adult small. So this one was the adult medium and this one was the adult small. I do think I will stick with the adult medium and then just go down in needle size. I think that's going to be a better fit, but they're very quick, very, very quick. I casted this one on, and I am not a quick knitter. I'm not. I get distracted too easily. But I cast this on January 3rd, and I casted it off on January 8th. So super, super quick. Easy, I would think gift, like super easy gift knitting. I love them. I love them. The next project that finished object that I have to show is this shawl. Let me find. This is the Frank shawl by Joji Locatelli. Also in my own hand-dyed yarn. I'm trying to find, this is the right side. So this is a really interesting, really interesting construction shawl. You can see, I can scoot back a little bit. This is my non-superwash fingering base. They don't have names because I just dyed them for this project. I love this shawl. I love the fit of it. I like the way that it drapes and it doesn't fall off your shoulders. So let's see if I can do this. And I am not okay. I love to knit shawls, but I don't wear the shawls, but I love to knit them. And because I don't like stuff around my neck, I'm very sensitive to textures. Things bother me. I don't like itchy wools. I don't really, even when it's really cold, I don't like stuff right here. I feel like, I don't know, I'm of the generation where my mom put me in turtlenecks all the time, and I think it scarred me for life. So that's, yeah. So I wear my shawls like granny shawl. And if you can see, you know, these little triangles drape over your arms, and it just sits there. And it's so cozy and it's so comfortable, and I love it. However, as I was making this, I decided that I wasn't a fan of the colors for me. I thought, like, I think they're beautiful and I think they work, but I don't know, have you guys ever knitted something and then felt like, wait, this isn't for me. This is not going to be mine. I don't really have a recipient in mind to gift it to, but I know this isn't going to be mine. And so this is kind of how I've treated this shawl all along. And while I was knitting it, so we don't have a prayer shawl ministry where I live. I think it would be awesome to get one started, but I don't really, it's not the right time for me to start something like that in my life. But as I was making this, I was praying for the person that I would gift it to. I didn't know who it would be. I didn't know, I had no one in mind. I've never made a prayer shawl before and gifted it. I did gift one of my shawls to my grandmother when she was going through chemo, but that really wasn't, you know, the same thing. So as I was making this, I was just praying for the, you know, whoever this would comfort. And a couple weeks ago, I found out that an old friend was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I've kind of kept this on the back of my chair, and I immediately looked at it and said, that's hers. The colors, the style, the everything, like that's who needs this shawl. And so that's where it's going. So I have gotten a little kind of care package box, some different gifts and different things, that little inside things for us, and I'm going to send it to her. So I'm really, really happy that this is going to go to somebody that's going to get a lot of use out of it. So I'm excited to gift this. I will definitely be making another one, but I just need, I need some different colors for me. I need like pinks and some, I don't like pastels or something. And that is not me. I am very much, as you can see some of my projects, I'm a very dark, earthy toned person. But lately I've been really enjoying lighter pastel-y colors. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I have a lot of yarn that I still need to go through. I have a lot of bare yarn that I need to go through and dye up. So that's going to be a future project. Probably not too future, because I need to get it, you know, on my needles. Actually, let's do this one first. Okay, so I have 3 works in progress that I want to show you. I have a few more, but they are either in timeout or I just don't want to talk about them because they have taken forever and I just don't like them anymore. This is, I don't think I've even started a thing. Oh, I did. Okay. These are my Padme socks. Let's see if I kept the, yeah, this is from Havriland. There's our little yarn tag. And this is in the colorway Padme. It's a 2-ply fingering 80/20 superwash merino nylon mix. And it came in a little gobstopper. It's self-striping. Like I said earlier, I don't buy a lot of yarn. I have a couple dyers that I will buy from. But I am a sucker for a good self-striping yarn. In all my years of dyeing yarn, I just never really mastered it or figured out really how to do it. And so, knowing that I can't do this, I'm a sucker for self-striping yarn. So these are my Padme socks. I have started the heel flap. And these, I love the colors. Sorry. I'm recording on my phone and I'm trying to figure out everything, and my husband's calling me, so he'll probably call me again and I'll have to stop and tell him that I'm doing something. But anyway, this also has a little stitch marker that I made with my little, like I said, I do a little bit of polymer clay. And yeah, so super simple pattern. I just do a vanilla sock and I cast on 64 stitches. I'm knitting these on a US 0. As I have knitted longer, the longer I have knitted, the looser my gauge has become. And so I either need to go down to a 60 stitch cast on or US 0 to give me that nice, like, real tight sock. I don't like loose socks. I like them to hug your leg and stay up on your leg the entire time. So not much else to say about that, but I'm just going to do the heel flap and gusset, and yeah, and then the rounded toe at the end. So these are my no nonsense, take in the car, no thinking project, being held in a bag from Olivia of This Handmade Life. I have all of my bags right here are from Olivia. I have a problem. I don't know. I love her bags. When I was dyeing yarn, Olivia and I did several different collaborations, I guess, and we struck up a friendship, and I love having my Olivia bags holding all my things. So yeah, next one, and oh no, that one still has it. Most of hers have like this cute little leather strap. Yeah, you can see it has little puppy chews. My dogs are obsessed with leather, so if I leave my strap out, they'll chew it, and we'll chew it off. So why do I have dogs again? Maybe one day I'll show them to you guys. They're pretty cute, but they're also menaces. So these are another pair of socks. I always have 2, 3, 4, 7 socks going at one time, because I get bored with them, and then I'll cast another one on, and then I'll get bored with that one, and I don't want to go back to the first one, so I'll cast another one on. It's just a vicious cycle that I need to break because I need to finish a pair of socks. And then come like December, I've got all these bags of socks that I'm like rushing to get done. I don't know why I am the way that I am, but anyway, these are, oh my goodness, these have been on the needles for quite a while, because like I said, I got bored with them. See, we continue to go back and back. Here we go. These are this is in a World of October. So whenever I was dyeing yarn, this yarn color, it's kind of a micro stripey thing. It's very, so when it was in the skein, it was very obnoxious to me. I did not like it when I dyed it. It was for a club that I did. A lot of people liked it, and I did not. I thought it was just really obnoxious. I didn't know how it would knit up. The oranges, I wasn't a fan of how they came out. I don't know. I wasn't a fan. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to cast it on, because I saw someone tagged me in some, I think they were making a beanie out of it, and it was so pretty. It was so cute. And I thought, you know what? Let me just cast these on. So I casted these on. Oh my goodness. These have been on the needles since 2022. I just don't knit on them. I think I only knit on them in the fall, and I forgot about them this past fall. And I don't know. They're very, very pretty. They're very like 60s, 70s. I love the teals and the oranges. They're working up really pretty. I am making this pattern is, what is this? The Rye Socks. Yeah, by Tin Can Knits. Yep. And I'm done with the hard part. I just need to go and finish the foot and finish the toe and call it good. Oh, and then I have to do the other sock. So anyway, I do a lot of sock knitting in the summer, so I'm hoping to get these finished. I think these have been I have a cedar chest where I keep all of my lingering projects, and these were just in there, and I guess I just forgot about them. But now that they're out, I really feel like I need to work on them. But I've done this before. I got them out last week, and I thought, I'm going to work on these. And then I started another project that I'm going to show you here in a minute that I can't put down. I love it. And we're now all tangled up. So these are my A World of October socks. I hope that I can get some, maybe having a podcast will like keep me accountable, and I can finally get some things done that I need to get done, because I'll want to show you guys the finished products. So also in an Olivia bag, let me pop out the corners because they're amazing. This is one I bought in the winter time. It's kind of, there we go. It's so pretty. I love it. My husband says I have enough bags, and I say he's crazy. I love them so much that I bought another one in the exact same the exact same style. This is my newest purchase from Olivia. And I just had to do this. I'm a quilt. I love the quilts. And I cast it on a new project, and I needed a new bag for it. I might have a problem. Anyway, this is my newest project that I have cast on. Let's find it. Oh, there's a project that I didn't even bring in here. I'll need to go get that. Anyway, this is my Bennett Sister Shawl by Lindsay Fowler. And I am doing this a little bit different. So you are supposed to knit, where does this go? Okay, so you're supposed to knit, it's knitted and fingering, and then halfway through you can add mohair to it. I decided that I needed to add mohair to the entire thing because I like cohesion. I don't like a lot of drastic changes. I like things to look very cohesive. And I'm trying to use up some of my stash yarn. So this is just a plain, see if I can find, I have just a little bit left actually. This is just kind of a plain pinky peach taupey color that I had. And I'm holding it with just some plain bare mohair, kid silk mohair. And I kind of wanted to mimic this beanie that I have here. And I think I've done a pretty decent job doing that. But I liked that. I liked that color. So that's what I've done. And then I have this very special skein that I have held on to for a while. It's also my hand dyed. It was a Downton Abbey Club. I think this was, oh my goodness, I don't even have the tag. I don't remember. I think this was Lady Edith. But it is, I love this color. These are my colors. The peachies, and there's little spots of purple and green and orange and kind of yellow, mustard yellow. So I'm going to hold that with this, but I'm also going to hold it and see, as I look at it, I still don't know. I've gone back and forth on what I want to do. So the next half of the shawl, as we're decreasing, will be this color. And my plan was, I won't have enough of this. I'll have to order some more. I don't think I have any more in my stash. But my plan was to hold this with this and carry it out. I don't know if this goes. So if anyone watches this, or if anyone has any opinions, let me know what you think. You know, does it go? Do you think it's going to look good? I don't know, but that's what we've got going on here. I'm calling this my camper shawl. We recently bought a camper. We're really excited to not be dairying anymore because we love to travel. We love to go and do new things. And the dairy really kept us tethered to the farm. And so we decided this year to invest in a camper, and we're so excited. And I hung a little hanger. So we've completely redone the inside of it. And I've, you know, antiqued it up, as my husband would say, but I hung one of those accordion hangers in there. And my husband's like, well, what are you going to hang there? And I was like, well, my shawls. And he's like, your shawls? And I was like, yeah. So this is my camper shawl. It's very pretty. This is a stitch marker from Lock and Lou. It's probably one of my favorite little stitch markers. So then I have some progress keepers, or that's a progress keeper. I guess this is a stitch marker. Little ones. I have a friend that makes gorgeous beaded stitch markers. I don't know if she still has her shop, but it's Shop Wild Bonnie on Instagram if you guys wanted to check her out. But so this is what I have so far. I love the construction. I love, you know, like here we've got just straight stockinette, or straight knit stitch, and then yeah. So I guess it goes like this. Yeah, this is the way it goes. So it's gonna be cute. I'm just gonna go with it. So with my knitting projects, I really don't think a lot about them beforehand. I don't plan out things. I just kind of wing it. Most of the time that gets me in trouble because winging it also means I don't do a lot of gauge swatching. But I just kind of start. Like once I have a project in mind that I want to start, I start it. I get it on my needles and then we figure it out as we go. Very rarely do I even read the pattern before I get started. So anyway, so that's what we've got there. I love knitting on this. I cannot put it down. It's so fun. It is my TV knitting. It's very easily memorized pattern. So I'm loving that. So, okay, I have one more. Let me go grab that. Okay, I'm back. I found it. So this next project has been on the needles since the first of the year. And it was in, I have mohair on my face. It was in timeout for a really long time because I got really frustrated at it. But I am determined to do this. I am determined to get these socks done. So these are the Darrowby socks. And I don't remember who it's by. I do not remember. So I'll put that in the show notes below. But these are based off of the All Creatures Great and Small TV show on, I think it's PBS Masterpiece or something like that. But some like the Argyle sweaters, and is that what they're called? Argyle Colorwork sweaters that they wear? Anyway, the knitwear in that show is amazing and I love it. And I've hoped someone would come up with some sort of pattern. And I saw these socks and I fell in love with them. They're so cute. So I finished one, okay? And I followed the pattern. I'm making, it's a 60 stitch cast on. I am knitting on DPNs, US size 1. First time knitting on DPNs, and I realized that my gauge was pretty loose, but I thought, you know, that's fine. 60 stitches, I should be fine. I didn't go up a needle size in the Colorwork, should have, but I thought I was knitting very loosely in the Colorwork section, and I was not. I cannot get these on my feet. I mean, I can, but I'm gonna pop stitches loose. There's no doubt about it. So yeah, so I put these in timeout because I just didn't know what I wanted, because I finished the sock. So I thought, okay, well, do I just, you know, cut off right here and continue up? But I hate toe up socks, especially the cuff, because I can never get it tight enough. And then I thought, just this picking up of the stitches in this pattern, I just didn't want to do that and then have to reverse, and it was too difficult. And I thought, it's just a sock. It's a sock. It doesn't take long. So I'm redoing it. I ordered US size 2 needles for the Colorwork section. And so I casted this on. This is try number 3. This was 1. I tried it again. I did the Colorwork section all over again, and it was so big. It was so big. So I'm doing it again, and I'm changing the colors because I love these colors. I think they're really pretty, but I knit this back in like winter, you know, January, and so like these dull colors were super fun, cool back then. But now I need color. I need some sort of pops of color. So we're adding some different colors. Will I like it? I don't know, but this is just what we're doing. So I'm sticking with the US 2, but I'm not knitting super loose. Like I'm making sure, you know, my floats are evenly spaced, but I'm not giving myself extra room. And I really hope this works, because this is the last time I'm going to do this. This is the last time I'm going to knit this sock. I have knit Colorwork socks before, so I really don't know why I'm having so much trouble. I think maybe there's some pretty significant floats in here. Maybe that's it. I mean, I think the biggest one is over 6 stitches. I'm not catching them because I find that to be a waste of time. maybe it is, maybe it's not, but I don't know. So I'm gonna work on these today, actually. It's kind of a rainy day. I needed to work in the garden, but I think I'll sit and knit. So yeah, Darrowby sock pattern. I really want this to work because I just think the finished product is so sweet, with some boots and have this little color work peeking up with a dress. I love this color. I actually dyed this color to match kind of what she had. And I'm just using a bunch of different scraps and yarns and stuff from my stash. I don't know what color I will pick up next. I don't know what I'll do next, but hopefully that works. So hopefully by the next time I podcast, these will be able to show you a little bit more of these. And it's super simple. I can sit down in an afternoon and I can get the color work section done, and then the rest just flies by. And I have decided that I will now knit all of my socks on DPNs because I love it. I normally do magic loop is what I normally do, but these DPNs, I've just kind of shied away from them because I felt like they were just really fiddly. But man, I can fly through a sock on these DPNs. I love them. And these are what are these? I just ordered these. Knitter's Pride Zing. Normally I knit everything with ChowGoo. So the US ones are ChowGoo. And I'm using these zings. I like them. Okay, there's some, well, where's the one that's, yeah. So the writing on here, if you can see, it's a little rough and I can kind of feel my stitches move along it, and I have to kind of like look down and make sure that, you know, nothing's getting snagged. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. So these are being held in a bag that's not an Olivia bag. This is from my friend Amanda with Wild Bonnie. Her bags are just so classic. She chooses very beautiful classic fabrics, and I think they're gorgeous. So I also have several of her bags too. I have a bag problem. Ouch. I have a bag problem. I mean, there could be worse things to collect and obsess over. So anyway, thank you guys for joining this first episode. I'll have a name for it by the time I started recording and thought, I don't know what to call this. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And I don't know how often I will podcast. It really depends on how I'm feeling, and it depends on the projects that I'm able to get done to determine if I have anything to show you guys. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and happy knitting.